Hey guys, A Million Card Tricks, also known as Nathan. Before we get into the video, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my favorite magicians of all time. His name is Ollie Mealing, and he has this incredible monthly membership where you can subscribe to it for only £10 a month. And if you do that, you will learn 2 incredible card tricks every single month, and you'll be able to keep all the downloads for all the previous months. And let me just say that these card tricks are probably the best card tricks that I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's not even a joke. Like, I'm being dead serious when I say that. This is so worth your money. I have a link in my description box below, so if you guys are interested in learning the best card tricks out there, like, again, not a joke, then please do yourself a favor, click the link in my description. It will take you right to his website. Again, only £10 a month. You can cancel anytime. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite impromptu tricks that you can do with any deck of cards. You can borrow a deck of cards from a spectator. They can shuffle the cards as much as they wish, just like this, and you can see all the cards here are shuffled and different. But once the spectator has finished shuffling the cards, they can hand the cards back over to me, and I tell them that I'm going to go through the cards and I'm just going to pull out a prediction of the future that I think might make sense a little bit later in the trick. I think I'm going to go with this card right over here. And once I found a card, I'm going to simply take it and leave it inside of the card case, and we will get back to that at the end of the trick, but I'll leave it here in full view the entire time. So for this next part of the trick, I'd like the spectator to select a card, but they're not just going to pull it out. They're going to be cutting to it. Now, they can cut a little pile of cards just like this. They could also cut a medium-sized pile like this, or they could cut a larger pile like this, which is, deeper in the deck. But the amount of cards that they cut is completely up to them. I just want it to be a completely free choice, okay? So do me a favor, square up the cards, but actually just like this, can you take the cards, cut them wherever you want, and then leave the other half on top, kind of at that wonky angle like you just saw. So they can cut wherever they want, let's say right here, and they're gonna leave the cards at a wonky angle just like this. So the spectator does that themselves. I will not be touching the deck. And in fact, I actually wouldn't be touching the deck for the rest of the trick, because the prediction has already been made and everything is already done. So if we actually look inside of the box here, we'll take a look at the secret prediction that was made in the beginning of the trick, and the prediction that I pulled out is the 4 of clubs. Now, for some reason, I just had a strong feeling that this card would make sense to us later in this trick, because every card in the deck has what's called a perfect match. Now, the perfect match in this case to the 4 of clubs would be the 4 of spades. And that's really amazing, because the card that you actually ended up cutting to, even though you had a completely free choice, just so happens to be the perfect match, the 4 of spades. And that right there is the trick. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And if you did, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So this is actually one of my favorite tricks because it's so incredibly easy to do. If you can hold a deck of cards, then you can perform this trick. There's genuinely no sleight of hand, no skill involved. This is a trick that you can do instantly after watching this video, which is so awesome. So I can't wait to show you guys how it works, and let's get right into it. So here's what you're gonna need for this trick. All you need is a deck of cards and the box, and you're ready to go. So basically, how it works is the spectator is allowed to shuffle the cards as much as they wish. So they go ahead and do that, and then once they are shuffled, they will hand the cards back over to you, and you tell them that you're going to pull out a secret prediction. Now, this is going to be the exposed view, so you wouldn't be showing the spectator this at all. This is only what you will be seeing. Whatever card is on the bottom of the deck, you're going to remember what this card is. It'll be easy to remember because this card will be staring at you right in the face. So here we have the 4 of clubs in this case. What I'm going to be doing is spreading through the cards, and I'm just going to be pulling out the perfect match to whatever this card is. So if this card is the 4 of clubs in this case, then I'm going to be looking for the 4 of spades, which just so happens to be the top card over here. But wherever that card is, you're just going to pull it out, and then you're going to place that card inside of the box. And of course, this could be any card, so let's just do another card because that was the same card in the performance. In this case, we'll do the Queen of Clubs. So if the card on the bottom is the queen of clubs, then I would be looking for the queen of spades, the other black queen. So once I find that card right over here, I'm gonna pull this out secretly, and I'm just gonna put this inside of the box, and this will be the prediction, and then that gets placed off to the side. All you have to do is just keep that other queen on the bottom of the deck, and then the trick is over. Like, the trick is self-working from here. This next part though is very important because it's all about conditioning the spectator for them to expect what's about to happen. So you're going to be asking the spectator to choose a card in a moment, but you're not going to have them pull a card out of the deck. You tell them that you're going to have them cut to any card, and you're going to give them 3 examples of how they can cut to a card. The 3 examples will be, you can cut a little pile of cards, you can cut a medium pile of cards, or a big pile of cards. And you're going to do exactly that. First, you're going to cut a little pile and flip it over and show the spectator the card. Then you're going to do a medium pile, flip it over, show the spectator the card, and then a large pile, flip it over and show the spectator the card. This serves a very, very important purpose. It's a very key moment in this trick that's extremely important for the end reveal to hit hard. And that's because what you're doing is, when you are cutting to these places, you're flipping over and showing the face-up card. And every single time you're doing it, you're showing 3 different cards. Now, what this does psychologically is it allows the spectator to believe that anywhere they cut is going to be a completely free choice of a card. And that's true because they will have the ability to cut anywhere in this deck. The final step of this process, once you cut a small, medium, and then big, you're actually going to take the final big pile and you're going to place it down at a wonky angle, just like this. And you're going to leave it here for the spectator to look at just for a few seconds. And in order to leave it here for a few seconds, you're just gonna say, the amount of cards you cut is completely up to you. I just want it to be a completely free choice. So that will be the time misdirection. And then once you're done with that, you tell them to square up the deck and now cut the deck anywhere, but just like you saw how it was kind of at a wonky angle, leave the second pile on top, just like that. So now they can cut anywhere they want. And as long as they leave the second pile at a wonky angle, what you'll notice is that when you later reveal the card, so you're going to basically pull the card out of the box, just like this, and show that it's the queen of spades, you're actually going to be showing them the bottom card of this pile, which just so happens to be the original bottom card of the deck. But they're going to forget this because you're going to be using what's called time misdirection, which means you're just going to be waiting a few seconds, or maybe even a minute, because you're going to be first showing them the prediction inside of the box. The important thing is to not rush this, because if you rush it, then it's not going to fool anybody, because then they're going to remember that this was just the bottom half of the deck. But if you wait for a minute and you just first show them the prediction in the box, you slowly pull it out, and then you explain to them that every single card in the deck has what's called a perfect match. And then you can give some examples. You can say, like, the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds are a match, the 3 of hearts and 3 of diamonds are a perfect match, but the queen of spades has a perfect match, and you can even ask the spectator what the perfect match would be. All of this to serve the purpose of time misdirection, which is just allowing the spectator to completely forget about the state of the deck, which is that this is actually the original bottom half of the deck. Now you tell them that the perfect match is the queen of clubs, and you're going to slowly now pick up the bottom half and flip it over and show the queen of clubs. Now, this next part of the trick is also very important. Even though the trick is over, this will just plant a final image in the spectator's mind that will really, really sell it to them that this was a legitimate trick. And that is, you're going to remove the queen of clubs from the bottom. You're going to turn it over and then drop it on the deck and put the other half on top. Now, that's all you have to do, and you can even spread the cards out. But if you just leave this image here, this is what the spectator is going to remember. They're going to remember after this trick is over. They're going to tell their friends about it. They're going to say, yeah, this magician, he just had me cut anywhere, and it was the perfect match, and it really was like in the middle. And this image will just prove that to them, because this is what they're going to remember after the trick is over. They're not going to remember the part in the middle or anything like that. They're going to remember this moment right here. So the images that we give spectators are the most important things in magic, because that's what they're going to remember at the end of the day. So that's basically the trick. One more tiny little note that I could give is in the middle of the trick, when you are showing the free piles, another little addition that you can do is you can sort of sidestep the piles. You can show the first pile here, the little pile, then you can sort of put the half sort of sidestepped like this, and then cut a bigger pile to show another card, and then you can sidestep it a third time so that you get a third pile, and then you show a third card just like this, and then you can square up these piles and then put it on a wonky angle just like that. The only reason why I would do this is just so that you can continue to see the other cards at the same time, and it also just shows that you're cutting to 3 different places a lot more clearly. It's just more of a visual note. It's completely up to you, not necessary whatsoever. But yeah, I'll let you guys have fun with this trick. That's essentially all I wanted to teach you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's super easy, super fun, and people will absolutely love this trick. I guarantee it. So please go out, try it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know the reactions that you get. I'm very curious to know. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.